Hello, YouTube. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. And this is the noonday circle up for KRC20 tokens. Let's go. So I'm actually looking for something. Let me see here. Looking for this link real quick. But thanks for joining. Thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, Kaspa. So this is the Kaspa KRC20 review. And things are getting crazy. I don't know. Like, what's up with this? What is it? Noco? Noco and Nacho? Is this a match made for KRC20 tokens? Is this the new king and queen of KRC? I'm trying to figure out where it came from and who came up, because that is a really good idea. Whoever came up with that, if they're actually with Nacho, or is it somebody's idea to partner with Nacho, or if it's an inside thing, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. And this is your main man, CG is out. CG's been released, so Binance is about to get crazy. I don't know about you, but I think Binance is going to pump like crazy. Turbo just got listed to Binance. Just a side note, things are going to get wild for Turbo Toad. Let's go. Turbo Toad turn up. So this is Noco, I guess. Am I saying that right? Right? And the most potential meme, KRC20 Kaspa chain. Amazing art, true decentralized fair launch, just 24 hours from mint. Wait, I ain't got a minute yet? No, it's yesterday. 1,200 holders, 700K market cap. And this is the picture. This is my main man, Nacho and Noco, the king and the potential queen of the KRC20. But Nacho's definitely the blueprint for the Kas network, which is probably should say KRC20. Pay attention, family. Noco, Nocho, Nocho, Nocho. Us the second biggest chance after Nacho. So Noco 24 hours, up 129%. Nacho's down 1%. But you guys got me fumbled in the Nocho. Not what is this? How do you say it? Not Noco? Nocho? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Gotta figure out that the white lady cat Nocho Waskinsky. Nocho printed a new all-time high. Let's check this out. So Nocho is up 141%. This must have been actually this is today. I thought this was yesterday. So the Nocho then came out of nowhere and starting to pump. Top 10 holders of Nacho also deeply in love with Nocho. That tells you something. Nocho Skovinsky is the best beta play right now for the success of RC20 tokens and will support that gap with Nocho during this next Kaspa cycle. Do your own research. And this is Noco. So they bought in. So thankfully I'm not the only one that fumbled into Nocho. Kaspa's at 17 cents. There's 818 KRC20 tokens. So we'll look at the numbers. This is the market cap 81 million. Nacho's 54.4 million. Kaspa is 8 million. Goat is 7.8. So Goat has been pumping. Somps is slightly pumping, 831. Cashbot steals down 418. Silver's 500. Kaspi 7.9. Kaspi is low key catching up to Kaspa, And then we got what is this? Noco? Noco coming out of nowhere. So let's look at the numbers here. Thought I had some charts on here. Where are the charts? Okay, yeah, I guess I. So Sumps is down 18% out of 10 this morning. Top gainers is UNC. What is this? Cats, Nafi, Capper, and Meti. Gainers Clab, Euro, Term. So Sumps is down 18.8%. Nacho's up 117. Nocho 117.6. Nacho's up 10%. And this is the Nacho chart. So it looks like it peaked and came down, and it looks like it's starting to come back up. And this was at 10 o'clock. So yeah, 10:30. This is the Stomps. Stomps has the best chart so far. It's remaining pretty flat. I thought with the L Bank listing, it would probably run, but it's not seeming to be doing a whole lot. This is Kaspi pumped earlier. Looks like it came down and it's flat. This is still at 10 o'clock, so I might have to go back and check these. This is Goach, also pumped today. Something must have happened earlier because there was a lot of activity and then it came back down. And this is Nocho up. What is this? 117%. Let's see what happened. This is the cash bot, by the way. Wow, up 128.4%. Let's go. See if we can get the chart on this bad boy. See chart. Noco. Nocho? Noco. Let's see. Try this again, my friend. NO. So wow, it is climbing. This is probably the best chart we've looked at so far today. This is earlier and it pumped. It's coming down a little bit. Looks like it's drawn back to pump again. So let me know what you think about Noco. Noco in the chat. You for it, you against it, you like it, you hate it. What you got? Let's see. Nacho's price. Nacho's up 19%. I was actually gonna chart it, not get the price. Let's see here. Nacho. Might have to spell Nacho right. So let me know if any of you guys are out in Florida, Georgia, or what was that? The Carolinas. How's the weather out there? Looks like it was a pretty rough night. Being in Texas, we definitely know about the storms coming through at night. So this is 26. It did pump a little bit, came back, and it is back going. So let me see. Is there any? Did we do a price for Nacho? We did. And then, of course, Kaspi. I think Kaspi's doing something as well. Let's check that real quick. What is this? Main man Kaspi, the three-legged cat. What's up with all the cats on KRC20? Looks like it pumped and came down. Been pretty flat today. Not a whole lot going on there. So I guess we'll go back to Twitter for a minute. This is hit 2 million market cap. Do not fade. Noco. Nocho. Nacho. Nocho. Nocho, maybe. I'm saying it wrong, I guess. Nocho is one of my favorite KRC20 plays. And looks like it was up 122%. So we can check here on the Kas FYI, which I think is probably the best. So this is Kasper up 6%, Nacho up 14%, Nocho is Nacho. Wait, Nocho. is up 111%. Let's go. Somps is down 20%. Silver's down 10%. Podcat's up 854. What is Podcat? Castbot. Come on, Castbot. Castbot's up 68%. I see you out there, Castbot. I see you out there. Let's see, Castbot is that's weird. It's only I thought it was 5 something. Let's see what this pulls back for. I guess it is 4 something then. And of course, in the bubbles, check out my video from earlier about Land Wolf. Land Wolf is pumping. It's another one of the Matt Fury tokens. Brett's up 5.1, Flocke's 10.9, Bonk's up 12.6, Mickey is down 18.1, Catwood Hat's up 6.6, Oppie's down 9.5, Popcat's down 9.1. I'm glad I got out of Popcat just in time. Book of Memes is up 7%. Mog's up 10.2. I guess we'll go back to the Castbot. So run the market cap real quick. So let me know what you think about Nacho and Nocha. Let me know where you're at in the chat. Put a 7 in if you got Nacho or Nocho. Nocho. I fumbled into Nocho earlier today. So I got a 7 there. Big 7 in the chat. So this is Nocho's up 4%, Kaspa 3%, Kaspi is down 1.2, Goat's down 13%, and Nocho is up 100%. I like to see it. Let me see. Maybe we can find a video. So this is Nocho just caught Gary preparing to attack Kaspa ecosystem. Luckily, Nocho was there to stop him. Be careful, Jerry. Nacho did it. 2 million volume has broke on a single Telegram bot. Kaspi is close with 500,000 with Casper and Nocho not far behind. Wow. 200 million volume on a bot, right? We ain't even got to an exchange yet. That is crazy. And of course, the sumps in the mine still mining it out. Let me know if you guys are trying that Saminsky play minute as well. And Goach or Gold, the goat of Kaspa, which is right in time for Halloween. So I don't know if they planned that well, but they are in there. So what's up with Jalen? It's pronounced Nocho. Nocho. So Nacho and Nocho. Cool, Nocho. Finally. Thanks for your help there. Jalen? Nocho. And this is Goach. And this is my main man, the 3-legged cat, of which I didn't even really pay attention at first, even when I listened to the story that the cat only had 3 legs. 3-legged mean cat inspired by a true story. So let me know if you guys are into Kaspi. Put a 3 in the chat. Anybody, everybody, somebody, nobody. Oh. Put a 3 in the chat and let me know where you're at. Let me see here. So that was the story. And this is the Casper, the ghost. So it's mainly cats and ghosts, from what I can tell on the KRC20s, right? It's a dog, maybe a few dogs, but mainly the big pumpers are cats and ghosts. I guess people really like cats and ghosts. I don't know. Let me know what you think. You think people are big on cats and goats? Sorry, just checking my numbers real quick. Let me see here. Caspa's back to 17 cents. So previously, I think they are going to pump on up. Let's see here. Every day a new token. Every day something new. When will the madness end with the cryptocurrency? Trying to see. This is Bitcoin Hoodie. And what is he talking about?
Welcome to Iron Beam, the future of futures trading. With our cutting-edge chart trading feature and 300 plus indicators, you can now trade directly off the chart anytime.
Bitcoin Hoodie Guy coming back here with another Kaspa video.
Please like and subscribe Kaspa to the moon.
Thanks for that, Mike. So we're going to be talking briefly about the hash, the price, KRC20, 10 blocks per second, the Crescendo hard fork, some bullshit, and what's going on Reddit and Kaspa. So you can see we're still about number 25, just about 17 cents there. Hash rate 1.09 exahash, so that's looking good. Now KRC20s, some people are getting burned out. So I'll just briefly cover them here, but you can see Nacho, $58 million market cap, Kaspi, 7.6, 9.2. I know some people have probably turned 7,000 Kaspa into over 100,000 Kaspa. So it's not for everyone. I totally understand that. Hoodie, actually, the market cap was like $3,100 yesterday. So Hoodie's up to $4,600. So that's just a kind of a brief look at some of the prices there in the KRC20 land. Now let's go take a look at, you can see right now it's about 2.3 transactions per second, 1 block per second. And so the Crescendo hard fork, early next year, first half of next year is when it's expected to go to 10 blocks per second. Now, is it possible that, just throwing this theory out there, I'm not saying one way or the other which way it's going to happen, but, with Cardano, it peaked kind of at the end of August, beginning of September when it had its hard fork in the last cycle for smart contracts. It actually got up to like $3.20. And then at the other peak, around November 15th, 2021, it was only $2.12. So, is there any possibility that we're all expecting a peak for Kaspa later in the year, but so much excitement gets built around the 10 blocks per second that's when Kaspa peaks? I don't know. That's the difficult part. And it'll lead into my next point is some of the bullshit out there. And I just was curious. I was just like, a couple of the bigger crypto YouTubers is like, what were they talking about last cycle around Bitcoin's peak? So here is Cryptos Are Us streamed live on November 11th, 2021. Not picking on him. Also trying to I'm trying to study myself and be like, what kind of videos am I going to make? I'm going to be talking about Kaspa going even further uh, on the day that Kaspa peak, and I'm going to say, hey man, you need to start shorting Kaspa. But what was George at Cryptos R Us saying? Not picking on him, just curious. Bitcoin is ready to go parabolic. The thumbnail had something to do with going parabolic in here.
To increase the size of your Kaspa bag through arbitraging profits of the meme coins that outperform Kaspa's main native coin, and then using that profit to buy more Kaspa. Obviously, I do have to address that this kind of trading does bear
tactic that's been recently going around for a fair launch token. How can you get scammed? So it's not really a scam, more so that, imagine this, and it just recently happened. I mean, I don't even want to say the name of. Maybe I should. So it's something called Koopa. So this one influencer guy, he's CEO of whatever. La, la, la. You see his old tweets, and just like they're all botted. All of his past tweets from Solana, just a bunch of botted tweets. See, the retweets are more than the likes for like every single one. Like, he had hundreds of them. It's just a pure botted account, botted followers, botted engagement. Okay, and now he just suddenly pops into Kaspa one day and be like, "Oh, Kaspa is gonna make millionaires," blah, blah, and gun bought it. So it gets into the Kaspa feeds of people. People like like it up, engage with it. And then he says, "Oh, we're gonna release the token." So the thing is that you have to keep in mind that the owners, the people who deploy the token, they are getting royalties for every single mint. Okay, these royalties can add up to a lot of money. I mean, for example, with that token, I think it added up to over $50,000, maybe close to even $100,000 of just royalties alone. So people are going to be taking advantage of this. Yeah, fair mint and all, but like bot it followers, bot engagement, it's going to mislead people. Okay, you technically won't get rugged of liquidity, but imagine this. Like, imagine that if he bought at the engagement, he's probably going to bot also the mints somehow. He's going to maybe have a bunch of a whole farm of factory workers minting for him, and then they get 50% of the supply just from that. Like, who knows? But you're just feeding these scammers. Okay, you see as well. This Koopa coin was on Solana, and that rugged, and now you have probably the same people coming over to Kaspa, taking advantage of the fair launch, just by taking advantage of royalties. And who knows? Maybe they just like stop posting on their socials the next day, and you're left with a token that's basically the Kaspa version of a rug. So although it's not the traditional way of how things operate in the blockchain, there's still ways people are taking advantage of this. And hopefully, for example, the KSPR, the people who own that whole royalty system, hopefully they can deal with these sort of bad actors. For example, even right now, it's like if they don't even mint out the token, they still can collect royalties on those mints. Like that doesn't make any sense. So yeah, just be careful out there. Like so many bad actors trying to take advantage of our beautiful ecosystem. So yeah, stay safe out there.
That was actually a pretty good video, and definitely be safe and do your own research. Don't get scammed because apparently there's a lot of scamming going on. But this is Tommy Does Crypto and talking about the best Casper meme coin to buy.
The KRC20 will make millionaires. Hello and welcome back to Tommy Does Crypto, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing Kaspa's new KRC20 and how it brings forward an opportunity to make generational wealth with a number of meme coin trades and plays. The strategy of acquiring meme coins built on Kaspa's network can result in either a long-term leveraged Kaspa position to take into the bull run, or a way in the short term to increase the size of your Kaspa bag through arbitraging profits of the meme coins that outperform Kaspa's main native coin, and then using that profit to buy more Kaspa. Obviously, I do have to address that this kind of trading does bear a far more significant risk than simply just buying Kaspa and putting it into a cold wallet and then leaving it there until the peak of the bull run. So I have to preface the fact that you should not be using a significant amount of capital when buying these KRC20 tokens. Instead, you should only be using about 5% of your total portfolio allocated into these meme coins, since they're much higher risk plays. Having said that, however, there is one Kaspa meme coin that has recently emerged as the blue chip figurehead of the KRC20, and that I'm sure many of you have heard of, as I mentioned in my last video, is Nacho, which is currently held by over 16,000 different wallets and sits at a market capitalization of 47 million. And while it has already made many early minters and investors a lot of profit, there is still a huge space for the price to grow explosively. Nacho the cat is a meme coin token inspired by Shai Wyborski's pet cat. Shai, who is one of the core Kaspa developers, is very outspoken on social medias like Twitter, and he himself has even acknowledged and made jokes about the Nacho meme coin. So already having his recognition of the project so early is a significant element which will be important to the token's success in the future. In my last video, I drew attention towards the comparison of Nacho with Shiba Inu, since Shib was the dog of Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin, and therefore Nacho, being the cat of core Kaspa developer Shai Wyborski, will be looking to follow in the footsteps of Shib's hype. Taking a look at Shiba Inu's all-time high market cap, in November 2021, during the peak of the last bull run, it hit a huge $40 billion. At that same time, the chain that it was built on, Ethereum, had a market capitalization of $542 billion. This means that SHIB was the equivalent to around 7.4% the size of Ethereum's total market cap at that time. As of today, Nacho's market cap is 46 million, while Kaspa's market cap is 4 billion. Based off a very conservative price prediction for Kaspa in the peak of 2025, we could suggest that $2.50 is a realistic and very attainable target, which would coincide well with Kaspa's current power law projections. At $2.50, a 15.4x from today, Kaspa would have a market capitalization of $62 billion. And if Nacho is able to conduct a similar level of hype that Shiba Inu did in comparison to its native chain Ethereum, as Nacho does with Kaspa, then 7.4% of 62 billion would mean a Nacho market cap of a whopping $4.59 billion. Therefore, that would be a massive 99x from here. This means that if you were to invest $100 today and Nacho was able to make this exceptional target market cap, then you would be looking at around $10,000, which would be a staggering profit. To use another more recent comparison, we could take a look at Dog with Hat on Solana. Dog with Hat, or Dollar With, back in March this year hit a huge $4.7 billion. Meanwhile, at that time, Solana was trading at $85.4 billion. That means that WIF made up the equivalent of around 5.5% of Solana's total market cap. Therefore, let's say on a more conservative note that Nacho manages to hit the size of 5% of the total Kaspa market cap during the bull run, then 5% of 62 billion suggests that Nacho could hit a smaller target of $3.1 billion. If that is the case, then that means that Nacho would still hit a huge 67x from today. But bear in mind that this is only a very conservative Kaspa price prediction of $2.50. It could definitely be north of $3, even $4, which would consequently be even more bullish for Nacho and the other KRC20 meme coins. So it seems that Nacho has got an early head start against the rest of the KRC20 meme coins. However, its position as number one is not necessarily set in stone, and it's important to look out for other smaller caps like Kaspa the Ghost, Kaspi, or Goad, which could look to be competing with Nacho in the near future. Before you listen to any of my recommendations, let me preface the fact that I am not sponsored by any of these tokens, and I'm simply talking about the ones that I see as a decent investment proposition. The one which I have picked out as a token to keep your eye on is Kaspi. The reason I'm a fan of Kaspi is because it has a very unique backstory. Kaspi was created after a man rescued a three-legged cat who had been left by the side of the road. The man kindly took the cat to the vets and adopted it, although the veterinary bills were so expensive that the man had to sell millions of Kaspa into dollars so that he could afford to pay these bills. Now, in my experience, the meme coins that have a decent backstory are more likely to form a stronger community and therefore pump harder. Take one of my other successful trades, Turbo, which I bought at a minuscule market cap of only a few million, and now it's around $500 million market cap. Turbo's backstory was that it was created completely by the advice of ChatGPT, so it just shows that whenever meme coins have an interesting backstory, they are more likely to pump harder. Kaspa currently sits at around $7 million market cap, so a fraction the size of Nacho. So this could be a good time to pick up a small bag just in case it does become successful one day. Now, it must be said that obviously, with any new ecosystem, there is a lot, and I mean a lot, of initial hype surrounding it, which creates huge demand, and therefore huge pumps and overvaluations in price. This means that although some of these tokens, like Nacho and Kaspa, have pumped hard over the last few days, many of the early investors and minters will be looking to take some profits, which will cause a natural decline in price, which could be a good time to load up on the meme coins at a discounted rate before they pump again. Taking a look at Kaspa's price, and yes, the boring price action has continued. I suspect this is down to the fact that there is a lot of trading going on right now between Kaspa and Kaspa's KRC20 meme coins, as there is no direct way to buy tokens using USDT just yet. It has to be a direct swap from Kas, putting a downward pressure onto the Kaspa price value. However, zooming out onto the 1 month candle chart, and as you can see, after the big pumps, it has often been followed by 1 or 2 candle corrections downwards, then followed by another big pump, which could mean that the next month might be the time to be making new all-time highs for Kaspa. Since the interest rate cuts last week, Bitcoin is also looking very strong, and we could soon see it retesting this major resistance once again, and this could be the time that we finally smash through it, which would be incredibly bullish as we'd look to be pushing a new all-time high by the end of 2024. In other bullish news for Kaspa, Change Finance has announced that it has integrated the option for users to seamlessly bridge stablecoins like USDT and USDC, as well as Bitcoin and Ethereum to and from the Kaspa network. The way they have managed to do it is through a wrap wrapped version of the coins that are in the KRC20 format so that they can be easily used on Kaspa's network. This is obviously very bullish as it will attract more liquidity as well as encourage more development and a larger user.
This is crazy big. They're going to be able to bridge between Bitcoin, USDC, and USDT and Ethereum. Oh man, this is going to pump. KRC20 is about to really start rolling in October or Uptober, right? Let's go. Casper's the Army, better yet the Navy. Shout out to the Air Force. And if Elon Musk ever get it together, the Space Force, Casper's going to the moon, baby. So let me get to this next. I think we'll go back and finish Bitcoin hoodie. Not sure what he was talking about, but let's see what else he said.
He's talking about tech dev and Plan B, talking about how it could be January, December peak, a final leg for Bitcoin going parabolic. At this point, you can see that around that time is basically when Bitcoin started going down. That was November 11th. So by November 16th, it was already heading down to 60,000, and a couple months later, it was down to 35,000. Altcoin daily, you can see that this is around crypto holders get ready. Bitcoin top January, high probability, price target 300K. So that video was on November 7th, really close to the top. Bitcoin top January, high probability, price target 300,000. And talking about tech dev. And so right here, it was a couple days later, November 21st, interviewing this guy. This guy's talking about the potential of a super cycle, Piers Ridyard or whatever. He also says he doesn't know, so he's not like definitively, but thinking that the cycle might go on a little bit further than people think. And so we don't truly know. You can see Dogecoin when Musk was going on SNL and Bitcoin peaked the first time in 2021. It popped up and never recovered. So for me, I don't know what's going to happen. And we throw these theories out, and some of them make sense and they have a sound thesis, but they're not going to happen. So basically, just wanted to highlight that none of us really know what we're talking about. And I try to do my best, and who knows, but we don't know when something's going to peak. Our projects that we like might peak at a different time than the whole market, like we've seen other projects. And, you know, that what are people going to be saying in that scenario, even about Caspa on the day that it has its top next year? What are people going to be talking about? So now let's take a quick look at Reddit. Someone talking about Kraken. I know that Cass was in the crossword puzzle. This is posted on Twitter, but they also listing Toncoin. So we don't know exactly. We know it's on their roadmap. We don't know how quick it's going to list. They give a couple projects in that tweet, like just in the description of the tweet, they put out what some coins they were going to list. So but Kraken exposure would be huge. And then will Caspi list on Binance? We don't know. It seems like that inevitably it will, but we don't know for sure. So has KuCoin resumed withdrawals? Can anybody confirm? This was 6 hours ago. I don't have it on KuCoin, so I don't know. I want to move from XCs. Yes, as of now, September 27th, you can withdraw cash from KuCoin. Thanks. So I guess you can. So that's a little update there. Let's see what some people are saying on over here on X. Caspador saying a totally new way of trading KRC20 tokens is right around the corner. I met with CasperBot Live, and the development behind the scenes are shaping an entire stack of apps and soon dApps for Caspa. So I guess some more dApps. That'd be cool. You got a video here by Caspador. It's a short little 45-second video you can check out. People talking about their KRC20 tokens. This is that dodged LOL Sander talking about the power law. Recap here from the events in Dublin, KII. So that's and that stuff's going to take a while to develop. We might not even see a ton this cycle. So um, Kaspa is currently processing double what Bitcoin is even capable of, while fees are at the absolute minimum for users. Fees for a normal transaction are about 1/3000th of a penny. A Bitcoin transaction takes at least 10 minutes. So we know that. Kaspa supporters, two things that become crystal clear to me on Kaspa chart is developed. Funny to me thinking back on the green horizontal area of price confluence where I accumulated most of my holdings. Massively bullish bull pennant ascending triangle. So we'll see. That's all I got for today. Thanks for watching and have a good day.
Shout out to Bitcoin Hoodie. Moving forward, this is I think he's talking about
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the overall KRC20 tokens. So we're going to be looking through a bunch of them. I haven't really done
When it comes to Amgen's life-changing medical breakthroughs,
price, market cap, which coins maybe potentially you should buy, the future implications of probably buying one of these.
So this is from 5 days ago. So let's see what he's talking about to see if it did pan out.
And then a little bit on the KRC20 wallet still not being fixed right now. So we have a list here on Kaspa FYI of all the KRC20 tokens. When you actually sort it by market cap, when you click here, you can see that this one has, 67, what is that, billion in market cap, but I don't think that these are technically real in terms of their market cap because they're just assigning one token this amount. The ones that I would say were real if we just filter it here. So let's filter between minted. Let's go on fully minted. We click OK. And then we sort by market cap. I'm not sure about this one either. I haven't looked into that one, but I've heard of the rest of them down here. So you have, I think at the top right now is Nacho, then Kaspa with an ER at the end, and then GHO, so probably Ghost Dag, Kaspi, Somps, Molly, PP, Kas, Kasbot, Silver, and a bunch of them down here. So these are the ones that are 100% minted. That's kind of what I'm basing my judgment on if these are real in terms of their market cap. So a lot of these we've obviously seen on X, and a lot of people have been buying them. Obviously, the biggest one being Nacho and then Kaspa. So we're just going to go with these three right now. When we're looking at the stats chart, we can see kind of at the minting time, it wasn't as much, but obviously the price has gone up since then. And then you have this Kaspa with the ER. The price is like sky high up here just after minting, and then drops down, keeps climbing back up, and then drops down a little bit more. And then with the Ghost Dag one, if we click here, this is just kind of a drop. So I think this chart is more what we're seeing with a bunch of them. And mainly the whole point that I'm trying to get across here is this is kind of like the Bitcoin runes or Bitcoin ordinals, where there's just hype around it mostly, and not a lot of them will succeed. I personally wouldn't mint any of them particularly. Maybe Nacho, because that seems like the biggest one out there. Kind of picking the biggest one. It's not going to have, it has a lot of community support right now, but the rest of them I wouldn't particularly go with. But it is kind of up to you if you want to start minting these. I believe you can actually mint them through here, so you can trade and mint on Telegram. And that's how you actually go through it. So you can actually mint and deploy your own one if you really want to, and assign it a market cap, a pre-mint, a supply, stuff like that. Going back to what I said, it is kind of like the Bitcoin runes or ordinal situation where you have the hype for around a week and a half, and then it kind of clears off, and the ones that are left are normally the top ones. They're going to do fairly all right, but I don't think that they're going to do massive in the future. The only reason that I say this is because KRC20 is kind of pseudo smart contracts, if we would say it that way. And there is smart contracts coming in on the network. So all of these, when smart contracts come in, I'm assuming that they're going to be airdropped onto the smart contract, and then you're going to be able to claim it through there as a smart contract when they actually come in. The only problem with Bitcoin is that there is no smart contract implementation necessarily, so they kind of have to stick with inscribing on the network. As I said, I would only look to mint Nacho, and then the rest of them probably not. This one obviously has the biggest market cap, so, and the price is relatively stable at around this range. So down to here and then up to here is probably the range that you're looking for. Obviously, I would just say invest in Kaspa Coin if you're going to invest in anything. But if you have spare Kaspa Coin laying around and you kind of want to get into it, sure, why not? Just spend a little bit. But you do have to be aware of that Casware wallet. So we've seen a bunch of people out there talking about the Casware wallet, saying that their fees basically got included without their knowledge, and it drained a bunch of Casper wallets. People are claiming that they've lost it or something like that. I'm not sure what the actual answer to that is because we don't really know if it was hacked or it was the fee structure. I'm believing that it is the fee structure, but maybe along the way some people did get hacked through their wallets on this. And over the past coming days, there has been talks about the developers stopping and doing something about this, but it is a third-party wallet at the end of the day, and you're kind of using it at your own risk. That's kind of how it works. Unless you're using the actual wallet from the developers, you can't really trust fully in a third-party wallet software necessarily. Also, the fact that it is open source and anyone can do anything on the network that they want to do, that is also the price you pay, that there is going to be scams on the network, obviously. And then if we scroll down here, so there are a bunch more here. Overall, there's 537 tokens in total. I'm sure that this number is going to climb up. And then you have total transfers of 21 million and total fees of 29 million Kaspa coin. When we convert this, actually, let's go over to the price of Kaspa coin. And when you convert it, that comes out to around 5 million USD in Kaspa coin that has been spent on the fees on the network. Obviously, the miners took advantage of that and they got a massive, massive block. I definitely think it would be smaller if the Casware wallet didn't mess up, because then the fees wouldn't have been so high, it wouldn't have drained wallets, so on and so forth. When you look at the fee on the network, it's down into this denomination, whereas when they were all minting, it was up to at least 7 to 20 Kaspa coin at the time. And then when we go to Kaspa's price, it's kind of been doing all right for the last month. I believe that this is the volume that you see hitting the network for the KRC20. Peaks up to around, let's go back to price, peaks up to around 18 cents. And there was a massive sell wall on MEXC that was kind of blocking that as well. But so far it's kind of survived at 17 cents. It doesn't really matter. Right now it's hovering between 17 and 18. Maybe we'll see it drop down to 16 if the market doesn't do too well in the next coming days. And on that Casware mining side, we still have pool blocks that are hitting over the emission schedule limit. So this one's 113, 87 is the normal one, 143, 157. So even if you have your miners on there now, you're going to be picking up around 40% more in rewards still on the network.
Money can't buy happiness. Look at that.
You made a great video, but what if no one watches it?
Because there is still a lot of minting going on the network.
But if no one watches it, what? Let me know if you guys are still here in the chat. I see people coming in and out, but not a lot of movement in the chat today. So let me know where you're at and who's in the chat. Talk to me.
Big as it was previously, but it's still a relatively good thing for miners to pick up those fees. And over time, I don't think we're going to see a massive increase in, tokens coming onto this. I don't think anything's going to go above the Nacho token, just because that was heavily pushed by the community members. There's history of the previous KRC20 as well, which kind of furthered that. And a lot of people flocked to this to mint it. As you can see, it is around, what would you say, 6 times bigger than the second one below it. And then this one's about half times as big as the third one below it. Now, there's no real incentive. I don't think it is incentivized by anything to buy any of these tokens or mint any of them, sorry. So I don't think it would be worth it to actually mint or get into these tokens at this point. If you're a miner, stick your miner on the network just because you're going to be collecting more rewards there, about 40% more. Kaspa coin's price, I'd rather invest in Kaspa.
Definitely getting more miners on the network. I got one that showed up today that I'm going to get on when I finish the live and keep throwing them on the network to collect these fees. But I didn't realize, as he said, that these fees are from some people getting overcharged. So sorry to hear that. I wish I could refund them back to you, but I'll hold on to them for now. So let me know what you think Thanks for joining on this Friday. And prayers out to the people of Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Looks like a pretty crazy storm out there. So you guys be safe. And let me see, where are we? Let's finish this video.
Kaspa coin at this point than invest in the KRC20. I know that's just my opinion, but people that have it in there, I would suggest pulling out the liquidity that you have in them. I don't see it going on in the future just because the smart contracts will be coming in at some point, and these are probably going to be ousted by smart contracts, if not transferred over to them. So unless you're holding out for that, I would just say maybe sell off these and just convert it into Kaspa coin at this point. I know some people are very into the meme coin culture and stuff like that, but personally, from a financial standpoint, it would be better and mitigate a lot of risk if you just kept it into a cryptocurrency instead of putting it into these tokens. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think about these. If you're buying any, sure, that's fine. Just know that there are risks to it.
Definitely not financial advice, but it definitely is a risk there. So let me know what you guys think. And this is the last little video. I'll click this one and shut it down. Probably gonna do a turbo video real quick or go live with turbo. So keep an eye out and let's see what this guy's talking about.
Been taken over Twitter and taken over the meme coin space. Official X of Nacho, KRC20, Kaspa, which is just going crazy. We see a Nacho listing crowdfunding campaign. Our first centralized exchange slash decentralized exchange funding campaign has officially begun and looking like they're trying to raise $60,000 to get this live, which is pretty bullish. And I believe it is complete. A little summary of what's been going on since going live. So we see huge thanks to everyone who joined Nacho Strategy session on Discord. We have amazing discussion about who we are as a community, part two of Nacho Mastermind upcoming centralized exchange listings. Listings are our top priority. We've had some exciting announcements. Who are we? We're proud of the Nacho Cat official mission, bridging the gap between everyday people and Kaspa's cutting edge tech, powering the community with decentralized governance and transparent decision making. Now, guys, in terms of meme coins, guys, every network has its top meme coin: AVAX, Solana, BNB, Ethereum, you name it. Every ecosystem has a top coin, and Nacho may be the top coin on the Kaspa ecosystem. Kaspa is already pretty bullish as it is. We see in the past week, we're down about 2%, but we've been seeing some gains across the boards. At one point, it was peaking pretty high, and the token projection is pretty high. Over $4.4 billion market cap, making top 25 cryptocurrency. Volume up $42 million, and that's on a down day. We're trading at number 123rd in terms of most volume on token. We see a lot of bullish news as well for Kaspa and some exciting things going on. A massive airdrop campaign as well. And here's the thing: when meme coins is choosing different ecosystem, it's hit or miss, but sometimes it works. And I think with Nacho, they're doing something different, just causing the internet to go take a storm over this. So Nacho the cat, inspired by Shia Wyborowski's pet cat Nacho. Take your symbol Nacho. So what is Nacho? Nacho is named after a beloved cat, a key figure in Kaspa's ecosystem. The project has a tribute to Shay and his cat. Nacho stands as a celebration of the groundbreaking work of Kaspa's team in developing the KRC20 understanding. But Nacho is more than just a meme coin. It serves as a symbol of innovation and community within the Kaspa network, showcasing the possibilities that decentralized technology can offer. As Kaspa's protocol evolved, Nacho aims to lead the charge, setting this gold standard for all tokens. Kaspa, that's looking pretty bullish. We see ton of reviews and explanations on the project, which is great. And that's another thing too, where we've been seeing a lot of social attention around this. Now, again, with meme coins, guys, there's two massive components for it to be successful. One, community. And with community, this coin is crushing because it's taking advantage of the Kaspa ecosystem and Kaspa wanting, and people who are in love with Kaspa want to invest in the Kaspa meme coin. Number two, social engagement and popularity. And this project has been trending on Twitter. It's been trending on YouTube. Everyone seems to be talking and eating up this Kaspa cat token, which go ahead and shows us that there's some very, very bullish expectations to come from this project. We go back to our official Twitter page and we're seeing a ton of posts, lots of engagement, which is good. Memes, community strategies, engagement with the community, talking to the community, everything you want to see for a meme coin. So that being said, I'm pretty bullish on this project, and we're going to be keeping an eye on this project to see how far this project could go. It looks like this project could have a greener future ahead of it. So if you like this project, you like Kaspa, and you want more Kaspa related news and Kaspa meme coin related videos, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below. That pretty much wraps up the video. Like always, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research and due diligence before investing any.
So everybody's talking about Nacho and the KRC20s. So Nacho's up 14%. Nocha is up 111%. Cas 6%. Kaspa 3%. Uh, Popcat 45%. What is this Popcat? And Castbot 68. But it's weird because all these sites don't line up, right? Because I was looking at the Castbot and it said the Castbot price tool says it is down. So I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see what this guy says. These must be articles. I thought you actually see the token. Let's see what happens here. It does come up. Yeah, it's just articles, not the actual price movement. So the spreadsheet says Kaspa 7.9. Come on, 8 million. Come on, let's push over that 8 million mark. Don't forget to sign up for the Black Tiger Miner Twitter page so you can keep up with all the news and the updates. And also the Discord where we can track some of the token movements. Let me know what you guys think. And shout out to people that are actually subscribing to the Discord. I got a couple of members that subscribe. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining. Let's see. My main man CG is out free, back on the street. So let's see what CG's about to do with Binance. Man, this thing's still updating. Oh, that's wicked. Trying to stretch out another minute. Guess we'll see. Not a lot of people talking about KRC20. Let's see what this guy says. About the KRC20s. Landwolf still up 70%. I'm gonna have to take some profit on Landwolf real quick. Let me see.
With Schwab investing themes, it's easy to invest in ideas you believe in. Have a passion for pets, an active lifestyle, or want to explore the space economy? Schwab.
Nacho on the KRC20 blockchain is going to blow up and probably be the biggest meme coin on Kaspa. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Nacho, its new roadmap, on some massive news. Let's start the video off by talking about Kaspa. And guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I'm on a mission to be one of the biggest Kaspa YouTubers on YouTube, obviously. But I definitely want to go know what project I should talk about next. Now, let's take a look at Kaspa, guys. We could see down 1.5%, but honestly, not too shabby, Alonzo. If we actually take a look at the 1 week chart, down again 4.5%, but still nothing to worry about, guys. Remember, this is a small correction that we saw from this massive pump that we saw leading up to the hype of KRC20. Now, why do I think this thing is going to blow up? Why am I very excited for all KRC20 tokens, the whole Kaspa network blockchain ecosystem, and obviously Nacho? Well, because of this. So Finance Change announced that Kaspa.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty big announcement. Just trying to rebuild my community. Let's go, Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa.
KRC20 is live on their dApp. So guys, if you want to trade or bridge Tether, the Coinbase stablecoin, ETH, Bitcoin, or exchange into Kaspa and make it a KRC20 token, you can now do that. So why is this bullish, you may ask? Well, if you actually go ahead and see, I'm not going to go and look into it because it's like a bit, it's too finicky and there's too much things going on. But what I will say is that was the key word. It's too finicky. Now, what is the biggest issue, or not issue, but the biggest roadblock from Kaspa? A lot of people don't understand the whole concept of a Telegram wallet. And you'd be surprised. The normies, they're not going to go on Telegram and get a Telegram wallet and do all this to trade a Kaspa coin. Not going to happen. Never probably will happen, right? The normies, the retail investors, the person that holds the door and parks your Lamborghini in valet parking, right? That guy is not going to go on Telegram. What is that going to do? He's going to log into Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com on a centralized exchange and try and buy these meme coins. So a decentralized exchange for Kaspa is huge, right? Now, this is definitely a step in the right direction. What does this mean? This means that KRC20, guys, is now going to have a lot more going on. There's going to be a lot more movement, right? A lot more utility, and a lot more people being easily, I guess, they're going to have more access, right? It's going to be easily accessible to all the normies, which is massive, which is huge, which is what we want. Now, let's take a look at Nacho, right? So Nacho right now has a market cap of $61 million. Let me repeat myself. Nacho has a market cap of $61 million. That is higher than a lot of meme coins that already have massive decentralized exchanges and massive centralized exchanges. So to me, I'm looking at this and going, wow, this can probably be one of the biggest meme coins of all time. It has all of the right ingredients. It has the Kaspa narrative as being the biggest meme coin on Kaspa. It has the cat narrative. We know recently this year we saw a lot of cat coins go crazy. We saw a lot of cat coins start this cat versus dog theme and this whole war and this whole narrative, right? Cats are definitely a thing to be considering, right? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you a cat person or a dog person? And I don't mean for meme coins. Now, this thing is gonna explode, guys. Now, Nacho is doing more than $600,000 in volume in 24 hours on a Telegram bot. Let that sink in. Think what it's gonna do when it gets listed on exchanges, and
That's what I think nobody's really understanding or actually take into consideration. It's on a Telegram bot, guys. It's not even on an exchange. When it goes over to the exchange, I hope nothing funny happens with all the stuff that happened on the bot. Right? I got a weird feeling there are going to be some kind of complications. But if it does, once it gets on like Binance or Coinbase or even Mexi, these coins are about to explode. And we got in early. Like we are very early to the party, right? Well, it's not even a party yet. This is just a gathering. Wait till the party starts. So let me know what you guys think about it. Did we get in early enough? Or are we still ahead of the game? So let me know. Sorry, looking at something else. What you guys think about that. And thanks for joining on this Friday. This is Black Tiger Miner telling you about BTM. And I'm actually trying to mint, right? I'm going to try to make a BTM token. Trying to work on that now. So I'll give you guys updates. But have a good Friday. Try to stay dry. Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee. And shout out to your main man, BTM. Remember, Kaspa. Remember, let's get back to the money and stay dangerous. Peace out.